Creeping along the docks in the dark, looking for the steamship Marybelle, Emilie was starting to wonder if it might be better to just walk to Silk Harbor. So far, her great escape from Uncle Yerrick's tyranny hadn't been great, or much of an escape. It's going to be embarrassing if I don't get further than this, she thought, exasperated at herself. Emilie reminded herself failure wasn't an option. She scrambled behind a row of barrels, her boots squishing in foul-smelling muck, and squinted to get a look at the slip numbers next to the pier entrances. It was a cloudy night, the half-moon mostly concealed, and this end of the docks had only a few widely spaced gas lamps. At the other end, there had been tap houses and inns, and more people to blend in with. Sailors or dock workers heading for home, and passengers waiting for the ships with a late boarding. This boardwalk was empty except for the occasional armed watchman, and if Emilie was stopped, she couldn't very well say indignantly, "I'm not a thief. I'm a stowaway, thank you very much." And she had to leave the city tonight. Uncle Yerrick was a penny pincher, but he might very well hire a hedge witch to track Emilie with magic. Uncle Yerrick and Aunt Helena would never lower themselves to hire a hedge witch under normal circumstances. But considering what they thought Emilie was running off to do, they might make an exception. Emilie had passed the gaslit graving docks and the warehouses, looming dark and quiet. The hydraulic tower and the smaller pump house, its chimneys still billowing smoke against the night sky, made a good landmark. At least she knew she was in the right place. The Marybelle and the other short-range steamers should be down here somewhere. If Emilie hadn't spent money on food, she would have had enough to get to Silk Harbor by buying passage on the coastal ferry, which had departed late this afternoon. That had been her original plan. She had formed the plan very carefully, stealing the newspapers out of the scrap paper bin to study the steamship lists and to learn where the passenger ferries berthed and the best route through the city of Manyport to reach the harbor. But none of the newspapers or the storybooks that featured romantic heroines thrown out by their evil stepmothers or stepfathers or stepuncles to make their own way in the world had mentioned how painful starvation actually was. How once past the stage of acute pain, it made your thoughts slow and your body weak.